Hey, Kim, how are you?
Hey, all right, here we go. I'm excited.
Right, thank you so much for letting me video your lesson today. That was cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I know you watched it already,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so
Yes.
on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you, with one being the worst lesson that you've ever taught and 10 being the best lesson, how would you rank that lesson? We're trying to get like a clear picture of reality for where we want to go with your coaching.
Okay.
So if you're looking at that lesson today, I haven't watched it yet. We'll watch it after you answer this. We'll watch it together.
Okay, awesome.
And then, but you saw it. So
Yep.
what do you think? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. What's your thought?
Okay, so for me, I'm thinking maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, definitely a 5,
Okay.
a solid 5. And talking about being a clear picture of reality. Well, let's see. We had the phone interruption with
Right.
transportation changes. We had the small group tutor come in.
Your birthday?
We had my birthday, and then we had a child that left for a counseling group.
Right.
So we had probably 5 interruptions
Right.
during that 20-minute lesson. So definitely our share of interruptions, which tend to lend itself to the children being off task,
Yeah.
not engaged to the lesson, distracted, talking to
Okay.
one another, playing with their clothes, and so forth. So definitely a solid 5.
Okay. Do you think, as far as that 5 goes, do you think it was just interruptions that caused it, or do you think the lesson itself maybe could have been
Better?
tweaked, maybe to be more engaging? Or you just said something about engagement,
No, absolutely. I think that is a combination. I think the
Okay.
interruptions didn't help,
right?
but I definitely think that there could have been some improvements in the lesson.
Okay.
Rather than just using, direct instruction. Like I think that
Okay.
we could use Smartboard. We could use more flashcards, more manipulatives.
Okay. So there was
that
stuff
kind
in the
of
lesson
stuff.
you do want to work on.
Absolutely.
Okay. So
without
why
a
don't
doubt.
we stop for a minute, and
Yep.
I got the camera, your video.
Video.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
So we'll start that and. Okay.
Okay,
so
perfect.
good.
All right, awesome.
Okay, so that was good. That was a
Right.
good OG lesson. I loved some of the things you did. I thought with the blends and having them, when you had them read the blend, and
Right.
then it was the wrong blend, and you said you said take out the BL and put in the BR or whatever. I love that you did there. So that
Exchange.
was yes.
Yes.
Can't think of my words.
That exchange.
Yeah, that was good.
And the difference between a blend and a digraph.
Right. That was great how you pulled in from what we do because we're doing the same thing.
Right.
So I actually learned a lot from you. So thanks. What pleased you about the lesson? What did you like? What
Okay,
went well?
so for me, I love that they could recall the previous lesson.
Okay.
So that they could remember that yesterday we worked with DR and TR and the difference between the two.
Right.
And then that we, that they were able to apply that today.
Yes.
And focus just on TR. So with that small, quick activity that we did this morning, before morning work that you saw before the video,
Right.
they had to look at pictures and they had to only color the pictures that began with
That
a
one.
TR blend.
Yes, I remember that.
Okay, so that was something that you didn't see prior. So that was just
yeah, this morning for your morning work. On the
yeah,
little
for
trash
morning
cans.
work. Just a
Yep,
quick assessment, a ticket out the door, if you will, on yesterday's lesson so we can
Okay.
move forward today.
Perfect.
Now, if you look back at the video, you'll notice that a handful of them were not participating. They were not engaged. And I
Okay.
would probably say like a handful of the 21 were participating.
Yeah, I
And
think so.
yeah. So that's a small percentage of kids. So I need to tweak the lesson. Need to
Okay.
figure out maybe, okay, maybe we're not doing hand tapping. Maybe we're not doing worksheets. Maybe we're doing something that's more engaging that catches
Okay.
their attention.
So maybe incorporate
Interactive boards.
Okay. Yeah.
Or maybe a short, quick video or a movement, something with kinesthetics or something that's just catches their attention.
Okay. Good. So that would move it to closer to a 10. Would be some
Absolutely.
more engagement, some
Yep.
some hands-on, some interactive. The whiteboard is great because I love using the whiteboard in my lessons.
Absolutely.
So yeah, would love
and
to.
just the color and the,
Yep.
yes.
Yep. Would love to help with that.
Now, with there only being
Yeah.
5 that were participating, that's 16 that aren't.
Okay.
So I need to
Okay.
work on some type of behavior plan aside from our school,
Okay.
Starbucks,
Right.
that would capture and keep their attention.
Okay.
So maybe something like, bonus blocks or I don't know,
Right.
maybe even like Dojo, which I
Yes.
don't use.
Okay, I
Which I
do.
don't currently use.
Okay. I love Dojo.
Yep.
They love it.
So maybe that's something that I could incorporate
Okay.
to
Great.
get them engaged.
Okay. So let's see, your students would be different, so more engaged, more active, that's
Yep.
all right, and good. And then what that would look like, we kind of talked about just more involved, getting them up, getting them moving, walking around, hands-on.
Hands-on.
Awesome. How could we measure that change? Like, so you said, well, you kind of looked around and you said there were what, like 5 on task? So I guess measuring
5 on task.
that change would be,
Right. Well, the way to measure that would be if I incorporate something like Dojo, which would be up on their smart board.
Right.
They would constantly see what their points. I mean,
Yes.
again, I'm not familiar with it, so they would
Right.
see their points increasing, which is only going to promote more participation. Another way to
and also with Dojo, so you can have it on your phone,
Right.
and when you give them a point,
Yeah.
they hear it. So
Absolutely.
I mean, it's like
it's auditory.
It's like Pavlov's dogs. Like when they hear that
Yes.
sound, it's like, ooh, they're gonna eat. You know, for the
perfect.
dog, but
no,
but for the
totally
kids,
makes
like when
sense.
we're walking in the hall and I give them a point, they
Yep.
all, I don't even have to say hip and lip. You give the
Right.
point and they do it. So that would be a
Okay.
great way to.
So instead of saying like a clip up or go get a Starbucks or that kind of
Right.
thing, they just automatically hear it
Yep.
and then they
Yep.
jump to attention. So
Yep.
that would be good. That would get them all active.
Okay, so we are gonna now talk about our student focused goal. Our student focused goal to be. So the goal for your students, what do you want out of this, I guess, our coaching session? Like, what do you
Right.
want?
Okay, well, I guess it would have to be active engagement. Because
Perfect.
with only
Yeah.
5 participating, I've got 16 others that are busy
Right.
doing their own thing.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that the Starbucks is probably not working.
Okay,
The bonus blocks have not been that effective.
okay,
And then, of course, we're not using that pendulum where they're moving up, clipping down, and that kind of
Okay.
thing. So I think that what I need to do is get them more engaged
Just
in the
little-
lesson, but
Okay.
also doing the right thing so it becomes a learned behavior.
okay, so
So I think Dojo or
Okay.
some type of
And then interactive
online.
whiteboard.
Absolutely.
interactive
Yep.
whiteboard. So
Yep.
I think that sounds great. If we
Yep.
could get them up and moving and they want to participate with that whiteboard activity,
Right.
getting up there and writing on the whiteboard.
Oh, yeah, with
And-
Sketchpad, which I don't incorporate yet.
Yes,
Sketchpad,
yes.
yes,
Okay, yeah, we
absolutely.
talked
in
about
different
Sketchpad.
colors. Yes,
Perfect, yes,
yes,
they can
yes,
choose
yes,
their
yes.
pad, they can write
They
their
love
blend.
That. They would love that. Yep.
Yep. And then I thought there was something.
Oh, and then we talked about, I was thinking, OG, my OG cards, instead of flipping
I'm
them,
the
because
same
it's a
thing,
simple
right.
deck, maybe
Right.
doing something on a PowerPoint so that you're just clicking a button.
Okay.
And then those cards are popping up and the kids can, they can self-evaluate themselves or
Right.
they can click it themselves.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Yes. And then
That would be our next step, right? To use
right.
some
So then
technology.
So
Mm-hmm.
teaching strategy. So then your teaching strategy then, what you just said, would be using Dojo. Would you using Sketchpad? Would you
Right.
use Sway or PowerPoint?
Right.
The interactive whiteboard. So I think, yeah, your next step. I think you.
Implement some technology on the smart board, right?
Yeah. I think it's great. So so we talked about, clear picture reality was
Oh my
get them
gosh.
more focused, get engaged. Oh, what about anything that you noticed that you wanted to add, or did you kind of go over everything? Anything that you wanted to add after filling out this, what do you call this?
Well,
Check
just a
sheet.
self-reflection.
Data, like your data
Self-reflection.
collection,
Yeah.
self-reflection on the students, and then yourself after watching it. Anything else that you thought
It was stuck
that
in my
stood
mind.
out for you? I mean, I thought your kids, I thought they did, they did the activity. You had
Right.
a worksheet.
Right, absolutely. And they were engaged at certain points of the lesson, but I'd
Right.
like to have more when they're in that whole group,
Okay,
on the floor.
perfect.
They were better once they got back to their seat. And again, it was the first, 20 minutes of school. There was a lot of interruptions, a lot of stuff going on. But for the most part, I think that they're interested in the lesson, but I think that they could be more engaged if there was a little bit more hands-on.
Okay, I mean, they're definitely learning it because I saw that with the
Absolutely.
blends and the digraphs, and they were able to pick out the wrong word from the,
Correct
the
word.
different blend
Yep.
and the correct
And it's
word. So,
evident in their assessments and their daily writing.
awesome.
But
Well,
there's
I
always room
think
for improvement.
you did great. Thanks, girl. I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
girl.